It's okay. I'm pretty good at looking stuff.
That's actually where we're stopping. So, so just thinking about what was happening in that video, what have you accomplished so far in that time frame?
Introducing and what day was it? Thursday?
It was Friday.
Friday. Well, we had introduced the definitions of odd and even on Thursday. So really making sure that since everything that is coming is built on those two definitions, really making sure that they have a very good understanding of it.
Good. Okay, what did you notice about, so just reviewing those definitions, what did you notice about the length of time that took?
It could have definitely cut shorter.
So yeah, it took about 4.5 to 5 minutes, just reviewing and going over that. So what we're going to kind of talk about today is shortening that length of time, because when you think about taking 4 or 5 minutes, just introducing it with the definition, and then trying to fit it down into a 9-minute I do, we want to make sure that we're, like you talked about, like the concern of pacing. So we're going to start at the beginning of that. Yeah, so, and I think that goes back and addresses where you talk about the issue with like making sure we're getting in the exit tickets and things like that. So we're going to start at the beginning with the I do, and look at that. So if you'll pull up, we'll start with your lesson plans for tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to join you on that side. And do you still have the I do checklist, the planning checklist I gave you?
Somewhere, yes.
Do you tomorrow's lesson plan?
Checklist.
Oh, here, I can just reshare with you real quick. And so what we'll do is we'll kind of go through and script this out, kind of like we do CPTs. Go through and script it out and just kind of focus on what CFP we want to use. So when we want to use the turn to talk, when we want to use the cold call, and then when to use core response, so that we can put it in there, make sure we're doing it effectively and a little bit quicker. And then we'll practice in role play. Oh, you have.
Yeah.
All right, so looking at starting with oral drill.
Well, tomorrow is kind of off because we're having oral drill, and then we're actually gonna have a 100th chart, and we're gonna color in with blue all the even numbers and with red all the odd numbers.
Okay, I'm noticing, so your oral drill is the definitions again.
Yes.
How are you going to do this specifically with students? Will you do mine on your turn? Will you do it all together?
This is going to be just all together.
Okay.
Oral response.
Okay. So then let's kind of make a note of that. So we're doing it all together. Just so tomorrow when you go through to do it, it keeps it top of mind. So core response a couple times with even number and then odd. I think it might even benefit to have them to start it out with the beginning part of the definition with TPR and then listening as they take over. Just a really quick hit. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. And then what do you move into next?
We're gonna look at this repetition. We're adding one new vocabulary word, which is pattern. Things arranged following a whole and it repeats itself. That's gonna be I read it, we read it together, and then probably I read it again and then call respond.
Okay.
Since it's a new
I lead, we read, you lead.
Yes.
Quick question. So even and odd, we've done several times a day. What do you think their mastery of is just on like the oral drill of the definition? Yeah, because I know you said there were 2 or 3 that didn't have it down yet.
Belmont, I'd say 85. Truman, I'd pray for 80.
Okay. What I'm thinking, because I know you guys are transitioning during that time, what I also noticed on the video is you're using this as the time to pass out papers. Maybe using this oral drill with just the basic even and odd, the definitions that they've heard for a while now, during those times, and then putting more of the focus on the new definition that they're going to need to know about patterns. So maybe changing that up a bit. Are you guys, you're not going to the rug anymore, are you?
No, and that has helped tremendously.
Good.
We go to the rug for debriefing at the end. If I know, like with Belmont, most of the time we do debriefing at the desk. We go to the rug because we have time.
Yeah, I think this would be a good transition chant when they're transitioning from learning lab to you.
Okay.
And getting resettled. I think I would actually kick off your first oral drill with patterns.
Okay.
Does that make sense? The
Yes.
purpose behind it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's move on. Go for it. And then the next part going into your hook.
I mean, this is really going to be just them step by step following me what I tell them to do, because let's look at our 100 chart. They're all going to have their 100 chart. We want to color our even numbers with blue and our odd numbers in red. How do I find my even numbers?
Okay.
And that probably happen to me because they know we skip count.
Yeah.
And I'll have my 100th chart and show them on my 100th chart. And then why do we skip count by 2?
Yeah. I think, and I would actually push this a little bit because they know more than one strategy for even numbers. That would be a great opportunity for a quick turn and talk.
Okay.
And then going in, and it'll allow you to kind of break that plane within the first 5 minutes and allow you to go in and do a quick CFU to make sure that they understand.
Okay.
I will back up a bit because so I feel like we're jumping more into the modeling portion. And I know you come up with really great hooks just to get them engaged and get them wanting to know. So we're jumping into patterns tomorrow. What can we do to kind of get them engaged? The first part is kind of the basic exploratory with circling the numbers and color coding it. So how can we make this more live for them?
I probably, I'm like, last night Ben and I were building Legos, and with our Legos, we were making a pattern. We had a red block and a blue block, a red block and a blue block.
And tell me a little bit more about that. How do we hook that into the objective?
Well, our goal was to make the number 16.
Okay.
And we used Lego blocks to do that.
Yeah.
And Finn wanted to use a red block and a blue block, a red block, and a blue block. And when we were finished, we noticed
And then kind of tying that back into
We
a pattern. Okay. And so basically aligning that pattern up to the 100 charts and then evens and odds. All right. Then we go into, and that's where you start the modeling.
Yes.
All right.
I really just show them, because I mean the goal is for them. It's really the coloring in is for them to. Not for me to tell them there is a pattern. It's for them to realize, oh, there is a pattern.
do you think then if we show them the pattern first before they find the pattern, if we show them with blocks, they'll come to that realization? Or is it kind of maybe just giving it away a little bit?
That's why I almost didn't
Hook.
because it's more the discovery type of thinking, because we did yesterday we did the doubles, and that kind of gave it away. By doing the doubles, they already noticed that these first 10 that there is that pattern because we did that yesterday. So now it's almost like what we did yesterday, we're applying it to that bigger picture of 100, like numbers all the way from 0 to 100, and it's more for them to realize. And well, all of these are even.
I think, and just thinking on this, and James, if you want to throw out an idea, but even kind of what I thought about it was, if you're going in and you're already introducing patterns, so they know that something is happening with pattern today, just go, it doesn't have to be like a contextual story, but just, wow, I was looking at the number chart last night and I was so excited because as I was looking at it and I was thinking about what we've been doing this week, I started to really realize something interesting, and then kick it off to that. So just build up the excitement that like you made a discovery about the 100 chart.
In the job being what are the rules of this pattern?
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
It's what you would want to do with this. First day is, okay, we have this, something happening on this, there's a pattern, but what are the rules of it? Is that the end goal?
Going through, they do that, and then
Yes.
And then their I do is using the number 83 and determining even or odd.
So it's really, this, I think the last day on even and odd numbers, and we've gone through, you can count by one, include in equal pairs. Then we've done the skip counting. Then we've done looking for doubles, knowing that if there's doubles. And today we did looking at if you have more than one digit, you look looking at the ones place. So that was the strategy for today. And so now this is the last strategy to know if you're looking at the hundreds, if you're using a hundreds chart, you know everything that ends in 1 is always odd. So it's getting them to.
How did we call it?
Yes. They always, that was yesterday's push. So this is kind of the really getting them to look for patterns and to build that fluency of really, okay, I don't even really have
made it through just as far. So actually,
I prep for the actual.
no, so for this section that we just went over.
Oh, okay.
So the oral drill, too.
Okay.
Looking at the I do.
Okay.
I have it.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Do I start with transition change?
Um,
Or do I start with the pattern?
I think we would start.
Going to be thinking about hacks. Hacks are really fun. Think, arrange, following a rule, and it repeats itself. Are saying arrange, following a rule, and it repeats itself. Now this one.
Okay, so clarification, because
Okay.
as a student, I would want to know, am I starting with the word pattern and the whole thing, or if I'm, so.
Okay, so you
kick
yes,
us off.
from
Yep.
okay. Now it's your turn. Ready, set, go. Patterns of things.
Things arranged, following a rule, and it repeats itself.
Oh, I need 100%. Let's do this one more time. Patterns of.
Things arranged, following a rule, and it repeats itself.
Great job, silent celebration. Great job. Now, we are going to take a look at our 100 chart because last night when I was looking at it, I made a really great discovery. I want to see if you guys can find out what I discovered. So when we were looking at our doubles, we were skip counting. Oh, hold on. We were skip counting. Why were we skip counting? Why were we skip counting? Let's just call them tracking. Dr. Jones.
We were skip counting to find out if it was odd or even.
How do we know if it's odd or even? Everybody think, how do you know?
You know, if there's one left over, then it's odd, and if there's not, then it's even.
Okay, put a shooting star on two. Ready? Go. So if I'm counting on my 100th chart, which numbers are going to be even? Which numbers are going to be even? Try to talk to your partner. Which numbers from 1 to 10 are going to be even? Good. Okay,
I'm gonna stop there. Really good with the redo. We're kind of anticipating the redo.
okay.
And signaling that immediate signaling the kickoff. I've noticed you a lot more like we know when we're being called on. So adding that little kickoff is gonna help. I would say making sure, because you saw me kind of looking around you, just thinking about these students here, make sure you plant yourself, like find your perch. And if we need to move other things for proximity, just because watching like kind of the walking back and forth, planting perch.
Yeah, I'll plan on moving for tomorrow, plan on moving this over here.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why I moved the flip chart over here too,
Mhm.
and all my points and everything to force myself to be in this corner.
Yeah.
Because that's the corner I have to be in.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so I've moved, I put it over here at the end of the day so they can see the color
Yeah.
and mark it, but
Yeah, it's
This
good
is-
stuff.
so
Good spot.
I've moved everything over here
Yeah.
because it used to be over there, but now it's over there.
Yeah.
Over here for tomorrow.
Okay. Let's go through just the hook part really quickly, because I feel like it went a little bit different from what we've written down. So what did we originally have down? Because I think we were just going through introducing.
Let's look at our hundredth chart. We want to color our even numbers with our odd numbers red.
Okay.
Find my even numbers.
So the hook about
The only thing I skipped over, because I know the second I mentioned the word color, they're gonna kind of only focus on coloring. So I was like, I can't say that before anything else.
Yeah.
So we want to color even numbers with even our odd numbers red.
Yeah. The part before that, I want to like really play that up. I
Okay.
was looking at, like, we're geeking out over math right now. We're excited about the 100 chart. I was looking at this 100 chart last night, and I noticed something very interesting. But when you get to that point, we're going to cut some of that out. It's almost like you're giving them a lot.
Okay.
Like, give them,
I know,
the task at hand.
Okay.
Challenge them to find their pattern in the rule. They have a little bit of hint there already because of the pattern.
So basically, don't ask why do we skip count by 2 till we colored the numbers. Okay.
Yeah, well, they've already had that. So we're going to skip count by 2 and then just do it. Oh, what do you notice? And let them, and then we're gonna go back and do the blue. And then that's more of the what are you noticing? So you really have to watch how much you're giving. We're gonna build the excitement, and then we're gonna start doing this to see if you see what I saw. That's wordy. To see if you noticed what I noticed. So just getting them excited to see to kind of anticipate, like, there's gonna be a pattern.
Okay, so
They need to figure out the rules.
all right, let's look at our 100 chart. Last night, when I was taking a really close look at my 100 chart, I made a really big discovery. Oh, I want to find out if you can make the same discovery. So we are going to stop skip counting, and we're going to color in red, in blue, our even numbers. Are we ready? Are we ready? Let me see that we're ready. Give me a drum roll, seeing that we're ready. Drum roll and go. All right.
Good, so we can stop there. So how did that feel versus the first time?
Good, but but I know I always want to give them too much. So
Yeah, no, I think that was good. You're giving them just enough to get them excited about the task. Where we really want to pull it out is after they've done it, and like, what are you noticing? And then bring in that relation. Right.
Yeah.
I really like when we drop things like that, and you bring them interested, and they always come a little bit closer. And so I think that's really interesting and engaging. All right, so that was great. So let's look at next steps for this. All right, so I'm going to pop back over to the agenda. But so next steps for this is just kind of going through, and in addition, we're already working on the IW review as a school. You and I are gonna really focus on getting this 9-minute IDO down. So from oral drill to finishing the IDO. So we've kind of got the first step. So just continuing to use that checklist and strategically plan where those things are coming in hand. I think it'd be a really good idea just to like keep plans in hand. It's something that I still did like 9-10 years of teaching. So it's just one of those things that keeps you on track. So keeping those in hand so that we're going through each item. And then in order to help kind of support that, I'll be coming in not only just during the IW review, but also during the IDOs and helping go through that, and also double checking with the planning. So then, and then we'll walk through a couple more of these and follow up after observations. Does that make sense? Okay. So after that, after today, kind of what are your pluses and deltas from this session?
From what we just did.
Yeah.
Really the push of not giving them too much upfront, because I know that's one thing I've been trying to work on.
Anything else?
And I mean, really just, how to effectively use the time, knowing that, the oral drills we've done so many times, we can do that transition chant, and then really just push their definition of the pattern.
For my future reference, anything in this process that you feel like we can kind of refine or push a bit more? Just going through our whole one-on-one today.
Oh,
So just going through, I know we haven't been doing a lot of DDI.
It's been a long time since the
Is there
last
anything
one.
I'm leaving with you feel unsure of?
No, it's been, I was
work on?
actually really excited that we got to look at some of the things today, because
Yeah.
I feel it's been going a lot smoother and a whole lot more fun.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the joy
No.
factor is definitely upping in here. I mean,
And this is, I think it's also, this is a fun concept. So they've really been having, I think we all been having really a lot of fun. with it.
I saw your karate chop. You were enjoying it as well.
And yeah, we've been throwing imaginary baseballs and catching baseballs.
Yeah.
So,
That's fantastic.
which